something else about? Doesn't seem like it. Whoa, camera. Ah. Camera is getting stuck in this thing. It actually blocks the camera. That's why I can see into my Neckaroo. The inside of the Neckaroo is textured. But why? Nope.
Who's this? Thieves again? Oh no, even better. Lackeys from the Sanctorium.
Draren.
No, Draren, please don't do
Draren.
this.
Hey, do what? You mean shower them with bullets? Pulverize them? Bang bang, you're dead?
Okay.
Because that's exactly what we were told to do.
Wait, we're not here to start anything.
We were told to guard the city gates, Draren, not to shoot everyone on sight.
Too late. My gun's already warmed up and it would be a waste of energy not to fire it now.
What did you warm it up on?
You really are a piece of work. But I guess no one will cry over the death of a Sanctorian priestess and her bodyguard.
Wait, guys, we're here to speak to Tyrannus.
Everyone wants to speak to Tyrannus. Get in line, fool.
They said his name differently. Darian said Tyrannus. He said Tyrannus. They pronounced it differently.
No, actually, stand where you are. It'll be easier to shoot you.
Let us carefully
Well then.
appraise the situation.
Okay, I guess I'll just interrupt that then.
There!
Precision lens. Let's start with ice. Ow. Ow. Can you stop shooting her? It's kind of rude. Kind of hurts. He's gonna have to move. Let's move up there. Flare? Oh wait, why don't I just use Earth Rift? Hit all of them.
Take this!
Wow, he's 1 HP. Are you trying to revive? You shouldn't do that. Ow. Oh, Celine's about to die. I just realized that. Oh. She should be dead now.
I will commend your soul to the gods.
One hit. And a level up.
Stop this at once.
Why are you stopping us, Tyrannus? Can't you see we're busy?
Draren, I don't want to repeat myself.
Come on, Tyrannus. The only thing I can do around camp is guard duty. You're basically stealing my job here.
He said my job, not my only job.
Believe me, Draran, once I'm finished with our guests, I'll be dealing with you.
Sheesh. I'm in for it now.
Your men are a little trigger happy.
Tell me about it. We try to find a job for every orphan and refugee who seek shelter here, but it's proving more complicated than our most challenging research.
Alfarius sent us.
I figured as much. Come with me. Welcome to Tir Kalem.
That's low res.
So, you came for Eusaurus,
Isoris?
the Resurgent. You'll find him in the scrapyard.
In the scrapyard?
Yes, you'll see. He's not hard to find.
Wait a second. There's a resurgent in Tir Kalem, and you're telling me he's rusting at the bottom of a scrapyard?
Rusting.
I don't know what Alfarius told you. Yes, Eusaurus is a resurgent, and yes, he shows every sign of remission from the corrosion. But his cure was, I don't know, a stroke of luck, a fluke, I don't know. We have spent months studying him, and we can't find anything useful. For all we know, the corrosion simply ceased affecting him. We couldn't synthesize a cure because there was nothing we could find. And if we here in Tir Kalem came up short, I doubt your people in the Sanctorium could do better.
No offense taken.
And don't listen to his blabber. He'll make you run around in circles for his own entertainment.
Sounds like this Isoris is quite a handful.
Be careful around him. We're speaking of someone who has known unspeakable torments, which has left him diminished. I suspect a part of him wishes to make the rest of the world suffer the way he has.
We'll be careful. Thanks for everything, Tyrannus.
He's not a bad man, Priestess. Please remember that.
Where did I come in from? Here? Why do I have no sound? Why is that not big sound? Weird. You make sound. Why does that not make sound? Okay then. I don't have footsteps sounds either. My character just lost all sound, I think. Tir Kalem, the city where everyone is promised a home, usually a container or an old trash compactor, and a job as a janitor. Perfect. With Relsor, Tir Kalem is one of the few cities that still accepts refugees in these troubled times. I don't have a map. Okay, I've got an invisible quest marker here. You. Can I ask you something? Shoot. Have you seen... have you met a young boy in the jungle? He should be no older than 10. Perhaps younger? No, what about it? There's a child in the jungle, left to his own devices. Me and a few other guards have been looking for him ever since I saw him a few days ago. But when I approached him, he ran away. We must bring him to Tir Caelum. He's in danger. If he survived that long, maybe he's just cut out for the life outdoors. It will soon be the Red Widow's mating season. They become extremely territorial then. He survived because they were hibernating until now. Where are his parents? Does he have any family? Nobody knows. Got it. We have a Necru. Maybe we'll be able to track him if we find a place where he stayed. Okay. I guess I should do that? Oh, that is a couple of places. Didn't that used to make sound as well? I'm just missing sound effects or something, I guess. And I'm pretty sure my footsteps are supposed to make sound as well. Is that a chest I missed? Just barely saw it as I ran past it. Looks like the kid was here. Now that Batavia has his track, we just might find him. Oh, I literally just had to go to any one of the tree. I missed the thing. Probably part of the village that's in here. Yeah, picking up stuff doesn't make sound either. Just my sound effects died after that cutscene, I guess. Well, that's save point. Thought it was a fruit. How far are you taking me? Over here somewhere? So that's it. I'm gonna die here. Eaten by some kind of giant freakish spider baboon. Well, big deal. I just ate some red mushrooms and they were probably poisonous and I'm probably going to die. If you eat me, I'm bringing you down with me.
Darkness before dawn.
Take this!
Yep, all my sound effects are just gone. Oh, that one had sound effects.
Darkness before dawn.
Just some of my sound effects are gone. Okay. Might have to restart the game.
Take this!
Yeah, even the level up sounds, or the experience sounds, had none. Are you okay, kiddo? Don't play big brother with me, Ashbag. I have a name, and it's Griff. And you? My stomach. You probably ate some Purpura mycelia. They're mostly harmless, but they can get hard on the stomach. You might suffer from cramps for the next few days. Better and better. Couldn't you have just let me to die? We're bringing you to Tir Caelum. No, you don't. I'll sleep it over and I'll be fine. Don't be reckless. You'll be killed if we leave you out here in the jungle. I don't want to go to stupid Tir Caelum. You know what they do to orphans? They make them work for a living. Still better than dying. I don't care. If you try to take me there, I'll puke on your boots. I swear I'll do it. Ugh. We're going to risk it. Oh, teleported me back. You found him. Oh, she's visible now. Ugh. Yeah, you should probably keep your distance from him for the next 2 hours. I told you I would. And by the way, I don't give a damn about your stupid Chrome City. As soon as I get better, I'll bail out and go back to the jungle. Well, why? In the jungle I'm free, that's why. And I earned it. I learned to live on my own. On your own? How? Heard of the Arcadian catastrophe? My mother and my sister were there, and our home evaporated. And then the Hrelser guards chased us away, and my dad thought we could find shelter in Tir Caelum. And guess what? He died too while protecting me from these disgusting spider baboons. So I survived alone. I earned my freedom. You slave drivers can't make me work in the scrapyard. I'd rather... Let's take you to your room. You need rest. Fair warning, I'll puke just about everywhere. Would you come back a bit later? Here, with the thanks of the city. Is that a weapon? Okay, I have a new weapon. It has magic damage. Why would I want that? It doesn't have a special ability either. Oh, it's magic defense. I mean, it goes up to level 20. No, I think the weapon I have is still better, right? Still no sound. Alright, I'm gonna go save and reset the game. Actually, I can just save here. I forgot I don't need to go to an actual save point. Alright. I have audio again. Cool. Let's go this way. Ursus is still recovering from his wounds. The council should send more people to patrol the jungle. I know. What can we do? Jen has been petitioning for more patrols for 3 months now. The only half of the council who cares about security has its eyes settled on the north, and the rest only care about the precious studies. What are we supposed to do? Do you have some coolant to sell? Sorry, I didn't see you were from the Sanctorium. Every day the price of the thing that we sell changes. How are we supposed to make a decent living like that? One day the techno mages need this and pay a fortune for it, the next day they don't need it anymore and will only pay a couple of coins. At least I've been able to sell 2 gallons of coolant at a good price. To whom? To that guy over there. Don't know why a non-cipher would need a coolant though. Them techno mages prefer to call us foragers, because they think that the technology we're scrapping is some kind of fruit of knowledge. Ha, can you believe that? Tear Caelim's not that bad. Well, sometimes I wish one of them experiments would just explode and engulf the whole city, like it did in Arcadia. But, all in all, it's not that bad. Hey, did the price of their transistors go down again? How is that possible? It has never been so low. Heatsink, 32 hearers, handful of transistors, 12 hearers. You've been doing pretty good for yourself today, Hitch. See these small metal splinters? Some of those shine brighter than the rest. Those who shine brighter than the rest, I put them on the side to check them later for traces of melting. If one of their sides is melted, it's not worth anything. This is gonna be a big city, isn't it? Okay, what can I do? Let's just do this. Any new stories? Okay, that still doesn't scroll. Okay, we're good. Not until we get our new character, I guess. Or something happens. I guess you really haven't realized what you were showing your mom, dude. The other day I went scavenging with my mother. I found this strange glowing tube. The look on her face when I showed it to her, she took it right off my hands. Okay, this is done. I should not have completed that. Oh well. Because I might be making new weapons. Skittins. I've never seen a Boston before, and a Norn Monarch. Hello there, priestess. Have you come to curse the city? Isaurus is funny. The other day he made us laugh so much with his arm. He's got a mechanical arm or something? Or is his arm corroded? Oh my god, it's an open area. We've got a few originals in these streets. There's Isaurus, of course, but we have also that weird girl who fancies herself as a future cipher, and that weird bloke who's gazing at the reactor all day. What is a cipher? Alright, let's check shop. Still no potion pluses. Armor. This looks decent. This is decent. This is also decent. Okay. I'm not gonna buy anything yet. Except for these. Huh? Your shop? Excuse me, you don't have a symbol, though. In the minimap you have a symbol, I guess, but above your head you don't have a symbol. Okay, here's where the benches are. Oh, I can make a humming knife. Attacks and spells trigger a lightning chain reaction that deals damage to nearby nexuses. That sounds decent. Like, it sounds like it always happens. I probably want the upgrades though. This is what I'm using, right? Okay, and you got a Technomage staff. What is she using? She's also using Soul Staff. I'm missing two upgrades somewhere. Armor. Much harder to figure out what's better. Something like that. Or something like that. Like, I have to go through it all. I don't wanna. You sell consumables. Anything else up here? Yeah, all that noise. Let's deliver the fish and get back home. Safe today. It's safe today. Master Alchemist Rico evaluated the risk at 0.13%. Alcohol's so safe, you can even give it to your baby. A priestess? Have you decided to join us? A few technomages were former priests, you know. Even here in Tir Caelum, you'll find people cheering for Raynan, even if the consort wouldn't hesitate a second to hunt them for heresy. My family is safe. I can't ask for anything more. Did I talk to you? I just love coming here. The smell, the people, the view. Is that Necro dead or sleeping? I assume it's sleeping. Sometimes I look at the kid in the orphanage. I wonder who has it worse, them or us. Without Raynan, there wouldn't be any Tir Caelum. Ciphers should let that sink in for a second. That's a crystal combination. Want to learn something about Tir Caelum? What happened to the ship? Well, 15 years ago, the consort had been wise and cunning enough to lure the Acolytes into what you may call a slightly biased poor parlor. The felony was not at the consort's initiative. Pray note, as Raynan, God's bless his name, proposed first and, in all honesty, a meeting to discuss the possibility of a truce. The meeting was scheduled to take place 1,000 feet above Soul Rest Lake. Inside the very same ship that is now our home, Noah, the future Tir Caelum. By demanding that the rendezvous would occur in their famed dreadnought, the Arclight, fully expected Raynan to refuse, thus have further reason to lay waste to our meadows. But to everyone's surprise, Raynan accepted, for he was ready to put himself in danger for the good of Huron. Surprised by Raynan's bravery, the Arclight issued a second condition, one he couldn't possibly accept, that he would carry along the Holy Crystal for negotiations. Though aware that it was another Arclight scheme to seize our most treasured regalia, Raynan still accepted. Humiliated by Raynan's overwhelming bravery, our foes were beginning to lose their nerve, so they issued one last condition, a most terrible one. They demanded that Raynan would come alone, for they feared our warriors' proficiency with magic and prowess in combat. Raynan didn't accept outright. He knew that if he accepted these terms, he would walk to his own death. Yet, in his cleverness, he saw there was a unique occasion to strike the enemy at its heart. So he went to his 4 generals, laid down his wealth, and grovelled at their feet. For what he was about to ask them, he asked them as a friend, not as their leader. On the day of the meeting, Raynan was accompanied by 4 old men and women he presented as his servants. The Arclights were pleased with what they saw and realized that Raynan had kept his word. He had brought the Holy Crystal along with him. They gladly accepted him and his cohorts onto their ship, for this was where they had laid their trap. There, in their ship's inner sanctum, they tried to assassinate our leader, with a method so foul I cannot describe it to young ears. But luckily for Huran, Reynan wasn't alone. The 4 servants were, in fact, his generals, for they had ascended to their guide's terrible request. Acceded? I don't know. To fool their enemies, the general had agreed to take the dreaded seed of Yggdrasil, a most terrible medicine, known to inflict accelerated aging in those who dare to swallow it, but also a most powerful draught, capable of heightening one's magical proficiency to its utmost potency to its utmost limit. Reynan knew that the Arclight wouldn't keep their end of the bargain, but also that they would dismiss the elders accompanying Reynan as harmless servants. When the Arclights trap-triggered, Reynan and his generals were ready and fought back. With no air to breathe, their flesh scorched by the Arclights' foulest weapons, they stood their ground for 3 nights and 3 days, until they finally made their way to the ship's reactor and destroyed it. No one survived, save for Reynan, who emerged from the wreckage unscathed. To acknowledge the prowess and dedication of their champion, the gods had allowed Reynan to unite with the Holy Crystal. They had granted him invulnerability. And that is why our most holy guide can't possibly fail us, for he carries with him the indisputable token of the gods' eternal assentment. I thought people here in Caelum would load Reynan. He's the consort leader after all. Reynan doesn't properly share Tir Caelum's enthusiasm for Arclight technology, but he is nevertheless a hero, blessed by the gods, and the last bulwark that protects Huran. We just hope that one day he will see our efforts and help him in the war. Who are the Technomages? Oh, he's invisible. Well, you'll be ill-advised to call them Technomages right in front of their noses. They prefer to be called ciphers. Oh, right. Okay. For they claim to be deciphering the mere fabric of reality itself. By studying both, they aim to close the gap between Arclight technology and magic, for in their antagonism, they believe that they carry the secret of all creation. With the ascent of the Sectorium, the consort was conducting their own research on Arclight technology until the day it got suspected of carrying the seeds of the corrosion. Along with the consort, Avarice, sorcerers were spearheading the research on Arclight technology, but when the first ban on technology happened, they were suddenly cut from the object of their study. Some of them patiently argued that if technology was spreading through Arclight technology, they would have been the first to suffer from it. But to their complaints, the consort turned a deaf ear. Arclight technology was to be controlled, regulated. All Arclight weapons were confiscated from the citizens. Then everything that could pose even a possible threat. Until the last edict, which banished most harmless catalysts. Dejected, these sorcerers then sought places where they could gather a technology they could study, and they found it here in Astria, where the Sanctorium's influence is weaker, but not inexistent. Do you seek to punish us because we try to end the war on our own terms, priestess? That is not my intention, sir, though I would advise you exercise caution. Arcadia was an accident, but everyone suspects it was sabotage. The Arclight feared the knowledge Arcadia was building, so they engineered its destruction. No one can tell what really happened in Arcadia. You're right, no one can tell. Nevertheless, Tir Caelum thrives today because a vast community of sorcerers came from Avarice and pooled all of their resources and wealth together to ensure? Isn't ensure spelled with an E? Not an I? Not sure about that. Wealth together to ensure it would abide. Just like the consort, they were sacrificing everything in order to put an end to this war. That is why, though heretic by law, the Ciphers are worthy of all praise. And that is why, one day, the Sanctorium will pardon and thank the Ciphers for their invaluable help. How is Tir Caelum ruled? Every college of study sends one of their members to the council, where all the city matters are discussed in earnest. Of course, since the foragers count as a predominant economic force in the city, they are also allowed one seat in the council. Foragers. People whose job is to provide the colleagues with study materials. Study materials? Pieces of technology they salvage from the wreckage. Some of them even travel to Wurzin to put their hands on valuable pieces of technology. So they are scavengers. Why not call them that? They forge fruits of knowledge, technological pieces of study. It seemed appropriate to credit them with their due. Sounds more like a symbolic boon to the technomages are throwing to their workforce. You're wrong, young man. Ciphers respect the forgers, and that's why they have a seat on the council. I only see scavengers in the streets of Tir Caelum. Tir Caelum exists thanks to the Ciphers. They distribute the seats the way they see fit. And I don't think a priestess's bodyguard should stick his nose into this kind of affair. Of course you don't. No. Don't tell us the story of the city. We want the story of how Calgar rode the Enkidu to smash the meteor. I should take a seat of Yggdrasil. I'd become an adult overnight and have awesome powers. Okay, so it wants me to go in there, but there is a quest here. By any chance are you going into the scrapyard? Would you mind if I issue a request? Well, it's more of a warning than a request. What is it? There are a lot of scamper bots in the scrapyard and... What are scamper bots? Small automations who skitter away at the first sign of danger. But some of them, the yellow ones, are more dangerous than the others. Recycle Arclight machines proving dangerous? Calling me surprised. Why is the problem with the yellow ones? Because they explode when anyone gets near them. We don't know why yet. Last time I thought I was about to get one, it exploded a few paces away from me. I got away in time, but if they get out of the scrapyards to the city streets, then we're going to have a real problem. Don't you have any kind of law enforcement here in Tir Caelum? Someone whose job is to take care of these problems? We have, but all my complaints and testimonies are falling on deaf ears. The council solely acts upon well-demonstrated facts. For them to act, I have to bring them proof. One of the yellow scampers would be proof enough if it was still intact. But they explode when you get near them. Exactly. Figures. To be honest, I don't think anyone could catch them unscathed, but if you destroy 5 of them and bring back what remains, then they'll believe you? And take action to protect the citizens. Can't believe what I'm hearing. You decide to play around with forbidden Arclight technology, then come complaining to outsiders that you can't deal with it. Sorry, but it sounds like Tir Caelum's problem, and we already have more problems on our hands than I can even care to count. But I'm not a warrior, and children, they find scamperbots cute. So they often chase them, try to catch them. So if they find a yellow one, they might... Don't say another word. Does that mean you'll do it? You'll help me? If you do, would it be possible for you to bring some of them on... Don't push it, Technomage. You're lucky to have found someone stupid enough to clean up your mess for you. Don't forget, avoid melee attack. The explosion radius will reduce anything in its parameter to bits. Yes, I know. Long-range weapons and spells only. Okay, so it wants me to go in there, so I'm gonna avoid that. So I get to explore the town a bit more. We gotta be careful and watch the ceiling. Sometimes they get desperate. Monkeys weave their webs here in Tir Kelm. They nest in impossible to reach places and make sudden descents from the ceiling to swoop up some unsuspecting children. That sounds dangerous. This town sounds dangerous. Early morning, I come here to drink my cup of root sailor. It's really inspiring, you know, seeing all these people getting up early and get to work. We don't have that many fields, granted, but Wurzeld, I can't pronounce it, provides us with quality fish all year long, and our orchids provide us with the necessary vegetables. Though some enlightened palates would argue that fish and mushrooms make a poor marriage. So are all these people with the fancy clothes ciphers techno-mages? Everything here is so filthy. Let's back to the start. Baroness bread is the only bread that doesn't rot overnight in this hellish, moist climate. But it's hard as a rock. We don't give it to young children because they might break their teeth on it. Have you heard? There's a priestess in Tir Kelm right now. I bet that. What is she doing here? I mean, it's Tir Kelm, right? Wouldn't she be burned right on the spot by her gods if she penetrates the heathen city? You know, she's after something, I know it. You should never trust those Sanctorian people. Well, I suggest you don't turn around right now. There's no chests in this place. Ah, I'm back to the start. Okay. You're here for your source? Like, you've walked all the way here to see your source. I don't know what to say. Okay, one more place I haven't checked. Which is up there. I'm here to demand that we, the Arcadian refugees, are given a seat on the council. We're qualified and we know how to use the technology. The Arcadians are arrogant. If you wonder what caused their downfall, look no further. They became so full of pride, some of them even refused to work for us and decided to go and live in the jungle. The Arcadians flaunt themselves as the technology experts and demand special treatment. Well, let them prove themselves through a bit of forging first. That's the perfect way for them to demonstrate their skills. They're basically just work slaves. Sounds like. There are 7 colleges of study in Tir Kelm: chemistry, thaumaturgy, conductivity, cybernetics, engineering, incantations, and aetherology. Aetherology? The theological science explaining how the gods lend us their power through crystals. The different colleges often work together in the most important projects, but not with foragers. Foragers don't have a college. Having a seat on the council doesn't make them a college. Yeah, foragers sound like they're just a workforce. They're not that important to anyone. Like, they say they have a seat in council, but I don't know. It sounds like they're being looked down on. Why are you A-posing? Thesaurus, our most dispendious project. For months, we thought we could synthesize a cure. In the end, all we got was a drunkard who couldn't utter 2 words without twisting them into a lie. A priestess in Tir Kellum? Wow, what a surprise. Mind you, the ways things work around here, it probably wouldn't surprise me. She is really small. That person breathes. She does not animate at all. The Arcadian refugees are demanding a seat on the council. I doubt if they joined a college of study and became foragers, they would be represented on the council. Okay, I guess I'm done. I can go in here, but there's nothing here. Big crystal. Alright, I should save before I go in here, because it sounds like there's combat.